Most traders think that they need to earn consistency, that consistency is something that they need to do externally, and then the results will come. But in actual fact, consistency is an internal job, okay? It's an inside job. So you have to actually feel like a consistent trader. And once you can feel like a consistent trader, the results will follow, okay? It's that simple. And so here's some results, my November results, okay? Can you see? That's what consistency looks like. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how you need to shift your identity if you want to actually become a consistent trader. You see, most traders are focused on strategy or the external, okay? And they think that they have to mechanically trade or do something external or have some magic silver bullet strategy for them to become consistent. But the truth of the matter is, none of that matters. None of the strategy, none of the any of the holy grail indicators or whatever setup, none of that matters if your internal world is a complete mess, if you're in chaos. Okay, and so 99% of traders are operating from chaos and confusion internally. And this is why they cannot become consistent. You see, as within, so without, as above, so below. Okay, these are ancient Hermetic scriptures from the Bible. It's in the Bible. Okay, and what that means is that as within, so without means that you have to control your external world from your internal state, from your internal world. So, what everybody else does, okay, or what most traders are doing is that they are letting their outside world, okay, their results, control the way they feel internally. So that means, obviously, when you don't know how to trade or in the beginning, you're going to be inconsistent and your results are going to be bad. So they see that in the 3D world. And then they say to themselves, oh, trading is difficult. I'm not consistent. I'm struggling as a trader. So this becomes their baseline story internally. Does that make sense? And because of that, that is what keeps repeating from internal to the external, from the internal state. So if that's what you keep saying because you're repeating what you see in the 3D, then you reinforce that into your 4D, your internal, and then it just becomes this loop. So it didn't click for me until I changed my internal story, my internal state, from a struggling trader, okay, oh my God, trading is so hard, I can't do this, or, you know, I'm always anxious, I'm always this, I'm always that. So if that is your state that you're in all the time, then you need to change that story, and you have to change your internal identity, psycho-cybernetics, okay? Go read that book. But basically, you have to shift from I'm a struggling trader to I am a disciplined, I am a consistent trader, okay? I am non-reactive, I respond to markets, okay? I don't react, I respond. I am emotionally in control, okay? I don't chase trades, I don't revenge trade. All of these things that are, they seem simple, but this is the internal identity that you need to build. You have to get rid of the old and rebuild this as your new identity, okay? And so once you can do that, then that's when your results change, okay? You see, trading goes like this, okay? It takes a day to learn how to trade, but a lifetime to master. Does that make sense? And so what that means is that it takes one day to learn the strategy, but the lifetime or the decades or the years of mastery, that is you mastering yourself, your emotions, your internal state, because you have to get rid of the old, okay? And so this is where people don't understand it, because they, like, if you hear what I'm saying now, right, fix yourself, and then the external world will reflect your results as your internal. Basically, your life is a reflection of you, okay? It's a mirror reflection of you. Your trading is a reflection of your internal state, okay? So if your mind is always anxious and chaotic, then that's going to be your results. But then when you hear me say things like, you have to shift your internal identity, and then your external world is going to manifest what you are feeling on the inside. Yes, that is true. But then this is where people give up, because they change their identity internally, okay, or they try to, they hear about it, and then they try to imagine or visualize themselves as a disciplined or a successful trader, okay? And then they don't understand that there is a time delay. There is a lag between what your internal state is feeling and thinking, okay, what you're visualizing, and the time it takes for it to manifest in the 3D. There is a lag. Okay, so you have to understand that, because this is where people go wrong. They try to visualize what they want, okay, and then it doesn't show up immediately in the 3D in front of them, so they think it doesn't work, and then so that creates a negative loop. It creates the doubt. Oh, I'm visualizing myself as a consistent trader, but it's not happening yet. Must not work then. So then that doubt starts to push it away as it was supposed to be coming in. You see, the way it works is like, think of it like Amazon, okay? You buy something on Amazon, the moment you pay for it, it doesn't just show up in your life, right? The order has been placed, and now Amazon is processing it in their warehouse, okay? And they're packaging it, they're writing out your address, and it's being shipped to you. It's on the way to you, and then, you know, magically in a week it shows up at your door. You think that, oh, I'm manifesting now, but it's not coming in now, okay? I'm not a consistent trader now, and then that creates the doubt, that pushes it away, okay? Because actually the universe or the world responds, the 3D responds so amazingly accurately to your thoughts, to the way you feel internally. So if you start to even doubt for a second that you're going to be consistent one day, or you're going to become a consistent trader, if you even have the slightest bit of doubt or impatience, then that pushes it away. That is a counter frequency. It's pushing it away. Does that make sense? So here's the technique that I use, and you can apply this, is basically in the morning when you wake up, your brain state is in a theta state, okay? And for the first half an hour of your morning, you should be meditating, because meditating first thing in the morning is the best thing you can do for yourself, for your mind, for your inner self, okay? Because your brain has just been sleeping all night, and as you wake up, it's in this theta state. And the theta state is what we call the wealth state. This is, theta is the frequency that is most effective from your brain, that you can send out the signal into the universe of what you want, okay? Because as you wake up and you go about your day, and then you know, it comes lunchtime, and now it's the middle of the day, your brain waves change from theta. It goes from theta, alpha, and now it becomes beta, Okay, so you're now in a beta state. And beta is the conscious level. Beta is the logic level. Okay, it's the part where it says, I got to see it to believe it. That's beta state. Does that make sense? So if you're going about your day in beta state, in the beta brainwave all day, okay, you're anxious, you're thinking too logically, you got to see it to believe it. You're not manifesting anything in beta state except for worry and doubt and anxiety. Okay, so going back to the morning, so you wake up and then you're in a theta state, you meditate and you visualize yourself, you play the scene repeating for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, okay, in a theta state, and you visualize the feeling of being consistent, being disciplined as a trader, the feeling of being successful as a trader, the feeling of having a $100,000 funded account as a trader, the feeling of getting your payouts. This is what you need to do every day to build this new identity internal. So this is how you reprogram your subconscious mind at a level, okay? That's part of it. Okay, you still need to clear the negative part, but we'll talk about that later. So you do that. Okay, well, that's what I do. Okay, and you do that first thing in the morning, your theta meditation, visualizing what you want to be as a trader, as a consistent trader. And then the trick is after that is you want to hold that feeling, that frequency and that vibration throughout the day for as long as you can. All the way through the day, you are feeling as a different person. You're feeling as a consistent trader, someone that knows what to do, a sniper, someone that is precise, okay? Someone that is dangerous, that is in control of their emotions, that has emotional EQ. Do you understand? Someone that is not reactive to markets, someone that doesn't doom scroll all day. You see, this is why it gets difficult, because most people can't hold their attention on one thing throughout the day. Does that make sense? So there are so many distractions in the day. So you got the news, you got the algorithms, you've got the contents, the short form, the TikTok, the doom scrolling, the neighbor, the kids, the wife, the whatever, the boss, all the problem. Every single distraction is distracting your focus from one thing that you should be doing, is focusing on you, on the person you're becoming. You see, you have to just feel good throughout the whole day. You have to focus on feeling good and feeling the person that you are becoming. Okay, it's not the person you're trying to be. It's you have to be that person to become that person. Okay, does that make sense? And so, if you cannot hold that attention throughout the day and make that your baseline frequency, your baseline vibration, it's not going to come in. There's no 100% strategy is going to help you. Do you see? If you cannot maintain that, then I could give you 100% win rate strategy and you will still FOMO into it. You will still mess it up and revenge trade it or get greedy once you take a win or something. You'll mess it up somehow. Do you see? You'll act like an inconsistent trader. One day you're good, next day you're not good. One day you're all over the place, the next day you're in a complete mess. Okay, your total anxiety, you're impulsive, you're revenge trading. You have to cut that out. You have to maintain this consistent mindset. You want consistent results, you have to have a consistent mindset, a consistent internal state, the inner state. So that is what you can do, okay? And if you want to go deeper into reprogramming your internal identity, because you're going to have to also delete your negative emotions, your limiting beliefs about yourself, because just trying to put positive, like a positive emotion, a positive inner state, or a new positive identity without clearing out the negative, then it's not going to work, because you have a negative and positive in the same mind. Okay, does that make sense? So you have your negative and your positive, and they are crashing, they are working against each other. One's trying to go forward, the other one's pulling it back. So what you have to do is clear the negative. And that's what we do within my course, the Inner Edge Pro, the first link in the description. We clear the negative. We get rid of the limiting beliefs and all of the negative beliefs, okay? So that when you do come and decide to reprogram for the positive, it sticks. Does that make sense? There's a big difference here. It sticks, and then it actually works, and you see results. Okay, so that's what we do. It's the first link in the description. We've got a Black Friday sale going on right now, so take advantage of that if you are interested. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. Let me know where you're at with your trading. But until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Goodbye.